game. Does that put them at a disadvantage? We'll find out very shortly. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know how long a rugby match is, but we'll find out together. So they're all on the pitch now. They're warming up. They're getting ready. Fighting faces are on. Lots of supporters turning out today so far. We've got flares. We've got signs. We've got fans. We've got... I don't even know what else. I ran out of things to say. I should have stopped speaking before I started that sentence. However, we've just had the men's thirds match here. Like 20 minutes ago, it ended. That was a Lancaster win. They had Prosecco on the pitch. They were very, very excited. Lots of screaming, lots of cheering. I think we got a little post-match interview as well, which is all very exciting. We're down here at the Sports Centre at Lancaster University. To my right, we've got some football going on. I'm not really sure what's going on over there, but I heard some cheering recently. That's all still kicking off, but we're still warming up here for the women's second rugby. We've got more fans pouring in. Do we know how long it is until the match begins at all? We've got some nods very, very soon, so get excited. I'm excited. You should be excited. Now, I don't know where the scores on the doors are for Roses overall. Currently, I'm not going to lie, I don't have very good signal. But last time I checked, Lancaster were winning the competition overall, which could mean 2 Lancaster wins in a row if Lancaster take this Roses. Obviously, Lancaster won Roses 2023. Oh, I've got it live here for you. Currently, as it stands, we've got 83 to Lancaster, 58 to York, and that is the scores overall for Roses 2024. This match on its own will only be worth a certain amount of points. We've got some group charts going on right now. I'm just trying to find out how many points this match might be worth in the overall competition, because obviously everything is to play for still. Both teams have to reach 172.5 points to win. This is worth 2 points, which, you know, could make or break the whole tournament. So they're coming onto the pitch now. They're getting ready. I should probably put my glasses on so I can see what the numbers are and see who's playing. But Lancaster are there. The team are lining up on the pitch, getting ready to go. Lots of cheers from the crowd, lots of Lancaster support on the pitch side today. York still warming up, still getting ready. Everyone's got their fighting faces on. It's good to go. We've got a little bounce off the ball in the middle of the pitch there from Lancaster. Now, like I said, in the men's team just before, Lancaster wins. The Lancaster team, men and women, should be on a bit of a high because they've had that victory very recently. So York have a lot to answer for in this match, both in the rugby and in the tournament overall. So we'll have to see how this is going to go. Now they are lining up. I can't count, so I can't tell you how many there are. Do we have a team sheet at all? I think we do, but I don't have it. No, never mind. We'll guess. So I'll try and give you the best I can give. But the York team are running around now. They're doing a little huddle. York are doing a huddle. They're shouting. Little team chant. That's how you know you're ready to go. And that is the atmosphere you need. You need a good team camaraderie, team enthusiasm. Can't let yourself get down. The York team can't get down that they're down on the tournament so far, because this could bring it back for them. You never know. You never know. 172.5 points is a lot of points. Neither team are anywhere near it yet in Roses 2024. So all to play for this Saturday. Now they're both on the pitch now. York and Lancaster facing off. Whistle's blown. Lancaster have kicked the ball. They're all running towards it. York have picked it up. York are running towards their side. York, there's been a tackle. Lancaster have tackled York. We're now in I can't remember what it's called, but ball's gone to York again. York are running. York has been tackled. I don't know who it's going to now. They're up the other end of the pitch, and it's too far for me to see. But the ball's gone off. Ball's gone off the side. Give me just 2 seconds. Do you remember what it's called? It was a ruck. Okay, so the ball's gone offside. We're just going to start again. So we're going to have a throw in now from Lancaster. Lancaster throwing in. Lancaster throw in now. In it goes. Lancaster catch. Lancaster throw. Lancaster running up the pitch. Lancaster pass. Lancaster, there's been a tackle. Nothing really to follow. Not much of a ruck there. Just fell to the ground. And we paused. Roll up again now. So we're going to get started again. Now I think what's going on now? Line out, not throw in. I've been informed. So sorry. I believe we're entering a scrum now. I'm going to try to see if I can see it on the camera. Forward. Yeah. We're scrumming now. Okay. So it's begun. Lancaster pushing forward. Lancaster have broken out. York now has the ball. There's been a tackle. Whistle blown. Not quite sure why yet, but I will find out. Unsure. We're back in play. But we're back in play now. Ball has been thrown. Lancaster have dropped it. It's out. It's out once more. Line out. From Lancaster. Lots of cheering from the crowd, which is always good. Now we're going to have another line. No, scrum. It's scrum time. So York had the ball currently. York throwing in. To the scrum here. York thrown in. To the scrum. Pushing back and forth. York have taken the ball. York are running to their try line. Great tackle there from Lancaster. And now they've gone behind a person and I can't see. York had the ball. York running. Tackled by Lancaster there. Lancaster taking the ball. No, York have taken the ball. York are passing up the pitch. Tackled by Lancaster. Great from Lancaster there. Now, can't see who has taken the ball from the ruck now. They're just waiting. And, oh, we're still on the ground. And York have taken the ball there. York have won the ruck. But immediate tackle there back from Lancaster. They're really fighting on the pitch today. York now have the ball. York are really, really trying to get this ball to the try line. But Lancaster will do anything they can to stop them getting there. They've tackled again and York had the ball once more. Lancaster tackle. Ruck, no one seems to have won yet. Great defence from York. York now had the ball once more, but tackled by Lancaster. Great tackle from two of the players in Lancaster. Oh, but the ref is involved. Hang on. Maybe not so great. And the ref has awarded something. We're going back into a scrum now. And it's Lancaster to throw in. York really teasing the line here, but they just can't get it past. Just can't get it past these Lancaster players. So York have had the ball a lot more, but Lancaster are really putting in a fight to stop York getting it to the try line. We're scrumming, thrown into the scrum. They're pushing back and forth. The ball has fallen out. Lancaster had the ball. Lancaster kick the ball up the pitch. Both teams are running, and York have taken it. Oh, York have fallen. Lancaster has fallen. Everyone has fallen. We've got a little defense from York there. The ref has given it to someone. I don't fully know, but great little skirmish there. We're going to have another scrum now. I don't know who's been awarded. They're right at the other end of the pitch now. So Lancaster have really answered back to York, not letting them get to that try line. Lancaster now making a push to get some points in. We need some points on the scoreboard. So far as I'm aware, we stand at 0-0. Yeah, right. Scrum. Lancaster to throw in, and they're pushing back and forth. Lancaster have got the ball. York really trying to get it there. And Lancaster got it. Lancaster kick. It's called a chase, apparently. And they kick the ball at the pitch like that. But they've done it, and York have grabbed it. Tackle from Lancaster. And York have won the ruck there. So Lancaster haven't taken it off them. But they're right up Lancaster's end of the pitch now. But York grabbing the ball. Tackle from Lancaster. And York now pushing it back up the pitch again. It does keep going back and forth. But no one crossing the try line just yet. So Lancaster now, I think it's nearing out. Lancaster just avoided the tackle from York there, but still fell. Lancaster pushing up the pitch, but have been tackled by York. Can't get there. Just can't get there. Defence is very good on both sides so far. Another tackle from Lancaster. And Lancaster running up the pitch now. Lots of cheers in the crowd. Lots of excitement. Oh, nearly. Lancaster have been tackled by York. Good run until that. But now I think Lancaster just won that ruck. Still have the ball. Chase up the pitch. York have caught it. Great tackle from Lancaster. York is down, preventing them carrying it back up the pitch. Still no tries on either side, but they're both putting in a big fighting effort. So Lancaster have just taken down another York attempt. It's been passed out to York, but York have been tackled by Lancaster. Again, York have won that ruck. Kicked out of the pitch or chasing. I think that's what it's called. Right to the other side, away from the crowd. And York have tackled Lancaster, I believe, down there. But Lancaster have won that. But York immediately answering back and pulling them away. But Lancaster have hold of the ball now. York had it for quite a while up my end of the pitch, but then now right the other side, Lancaster really pushing now for a try. But York not letting them. Neither of them are letting them. I guess that's the point of the game, isn't it? Lancaster very close to the try line now. Great tackle from York. They're just 1 second. I think there's been... Okay, we're still in the ruck now. I can't quite see who's won just yet, who has possession of the ball now. They're still in the pile-up. Just give us 2 seconds to figure it out. Again, lots of more supporters arriving on the side of the pitch. Okay, the ball is now out. Lancaster have it. York are tackling them, trying to get it away, but can't quite. Okay, we're back in the ruck now. Lancaster have won that one. Lancaster's so close to the try line, but just can't quite get it past. We're just, Lancaster passing. Lancaster to pass. Lancaster having tackled. I'm not going to lie, team. I'm a little short-sighted, so I can't quite see the other end of the pitch. But they are having a little skirmish up there. Lancaster really are pushing now. I mean, York did have quite a lot of possession at the start of this match, but Lancaster have answered back now. They're pushing, really pushing for a try. Lancaster have just won a ruck now. They're still up that end of the pitch where Lancaster are desperately trying to score a try. There's cheering. I don't know what's happened. What's happened? Do we know what's happened? Try. That was a try. Okay. I can't see. For Lancaster, I assume. Yeah, go Lancaster. There you go. Finally a try. They put in such a great effort to get it there. Considering how much the ball was up this other end of the pitch with York very, very nearly getting some points there. So that will be 5 points for Lancaster, having finally broken through that York defence for a try. Apologies for the delay. I can't quite see up that end. No, great. Lancaster obviously very excited. Lots of cheer from the crowd. Lots of Lancaster supporters out today wanting another rugby win because the men's rugby, like I said before, men's rugby thirds have just won for Lancaster. So York are just reconvening. Oh, wait, no. What's happening? Is this... Okay, so Lancaster has the ball. Now, there will be a term for this. I wish I knew what it was called. There's been a try. Is this a conversion or is this a penalty? I don't know. But Lancaster are going to kick this ball over this goalpost and something's going to happen. And if they get it through the post, people are going to cheer. And it's going to be really exciting. So stay tuned. It's through. It's through. There's cheering. Hooray. So that's good. So I think that's might be a conversion. Either way, if that... Do we know what that was? Conversion? I know what I'm on about. Yeah. Okay, so that'll then be another 2 points for Lancaster. So it's now 7. Amazing. 7-0 to Lancaster. Okay, we're going to learn the rules as we go together, team. That's what Rose is all about. Rose is about supporting your teammates, supporting your uni mates, meeting new people, and learning about new sports. And today, team, I'm learning about rugby union. Okay, so we're resetting now. York had the ball. York have kicked the ball. Lancaster have possession. We've chased it up the pitch. York trying to intercept there, but just missed. York have successfully intercepted, but Lancaster have tackled. York pushing through, though, managed to avoid being taken down, but now have been taken down by Lancaster. And the ruck now, I think York won that. York did win that. York still have possession and are really fighting up the pitch, but keep getting taken down by these Lancaster defenders. Lancaster have really woken up since the very early moments of the match where York were really pushing forward. Another tackle from Lancaster there. York still trying to push through Lancaster's defence. Now they're in the ruck now. York have won. York taken down again very quickly. Lancaster really putting in a fight there to push through the ruck, but can't quite move the York player defending the ball. York now have possession. York pushing through the Lancaster defenders. York holding onto the ball for dear life. They want this, and you can tell. But so do Lancaster. But only one can win, unless it's a draw. Then someone won't will. Lancaster have possession now. No, York have possession now. Running at the pitch. Getting closer and closer to the try line. There's lots of excitement for players. Great tackle from Lancaster. York are down. York are down. York still have possession though. Still nearing the try line. Pushing through, but Lancaster are fighting back. York is down. Still have possession though. And we'll wait to see. York still trying to get through, but they're edging closer and closer to the try line. Really want to answer to Lancaster's earlier points there. York, I'm going to try a slightly different route now, coming up to the other side of the try line. Great tackle from Lancaster. There's been a tackle from Lancaster. Lancaster have won the ball in that ruck. Lancaster kick the ball up the pitch. Not letting York have this, if it's the last thing they do. But York won it. York are running back up the pitch now. Fighting. Great tackle from Lancaster. York clinging onto the ball again. Ref has blown the whistle. And we'll find out what's going on. York had the ball. York are in possession after a little tackle there. So York currently still in possession. We're just resetting really quickly. York kicked the ball up the pitch. I think it's gone out. It's gone into the crowd. There's a sign down there and I can't quite read it. I believe it's for a York player. But yeah, ball is currently out of play. We're going to have a line out. Okay. Right. And we're just waiting to begin play again. It's been thrown in. Well, line in, line out. Yeah. Great tackle from Lancaster immediately, not letting York have this ball. But York have the ball. York have possession now. Coming up the pitch. They really, really want this try. Lancaster not letting them pass. Lancaster desperately trying to get the ball off of York, but York, again, clinging on. Still in possession, making their way up the pitch towards the try line. Going again. Lancaster tackle. York are down. But York have won the ball in the ruck. Again, very close to the try line, but taken down by Lancaster, inches away. Desperate to get there. Lancaster desperate to not let them get there, but York are really putting in a fight here. Another tackle from Lancaster, but York are really pushing through. And York are down once more. We're just going to wait to see who gets awarded the ball, who wins the ball in this ruck. They are basically on the try line, very close. York really pushing through, but Lancaster have pushed them away. York are so desperately trying to push. They are basically on the line, but Lancaster refuse to let them through. They are pushing them back with everything they have. York are trying a different route now, so close to the try line, but have been tackled by Lancaster. They are desperate to get some points to answer to Lancaster. We're trying again. We're trying everything we can. We're so close. But Lancaster will not let them through, and they are out of play. Falling out. York put in such a fight there, and Lancaster are back with everything they had. That was quite something. They were on the try line, fighting back and forth, and York just couldn't push through. So we're still on 7-0 to Lancaster. But early doors, everything's to play for. It's a good time, getting some nods from the production team, so that's fun. We all having a good time? Yeah, some enthusiastic nods. And we had a throw in. Lancaster. No, York had possession inches from the try line, but the ref is getting involved. I think something's gone wrong. 2 seconds. My note. Yeah. And we're going to go again because the ball was out of play. Line out once more. And York have possession. Bit of a slow restart now. Not quite sure what's happened. Little argument. The ref says continue. I've heard some Let's Go York and Let's Go Lancaster from the crowd. We've got fans from both sides, and we're going to enter a scrum now to restart play. I believe it's Lancaster to throw in, to put in, might be the term. And they're off, they're going. The ball is on Lancaster's side. Lancaster have the ball now. They've kicked it up the pitch, chasing it up the pitch. York running for it with everything they have. Desperate to get some points in. And there's been a tackle. Waiting to see who wins the ball there. Staying down. Great defense from York as York win the ball in that ruck. Running back up the pitch, desperate again to get this try. Another great tackle from number 10 from Lancaster. 8 is on the ground. And York, once again, great at winning these rucks here. Desperate to get it up the pitch. They are edging closer and closer to the try line, but keep getting taken down by Lancaster in play again. Another tackle. York still very much in possession, though. York are getting it very close to the try line, and they are really holding on to the ball with everything they have. But Lancaster just will not let them pass this final couple of meters. And I mean it, it's meters from the line there, meters from equalising. From the 7-0 score that was still on, Lancaster got a try and conversion quite early on in the game. But they haven't gotten near the try line as close to score as York have since. So we'll have to see. We're in a scrum now. Lancaster putting in, and Lancaster have won the ball in that. We're up still close to York's line. There's some cheering. I can't quite see. There's a lot of fans out here, which means my vision isn't great. But just resetting now. Lots of fans on the other side of the pitch as well. We're scrumming in again. Sorry. Some lovely fans just moved out the way so I can see that. It's very nice of them. Okay, and we're in a scrum. York to put in. And York had the ball again, edging closer and closer to this line, but just cannot get it past. It's very, very close up here. I am waiting on the edge of my seat for York to get a try in now, because they've gotten so close, time and time again. But Lancaster defence. Oh! York so close to the line. Might be out. And I believe that is a try for York. So there we go. We've equalised 5-7 now. There's lots of boos from the crowd. People are not happy about that. But you know what? Roses are pink on this stream, and we're very happy about that. York, obviously very happy about that. And you know what? They did put in a fight there for the past, I don't know how many minutes, but for the majority of this game so far, York have been bringing the ball meters from their line. So it was going to happen, and it finally did happen. They finally broke through the Lancaster defence, and Lancaster fans are obviously not very happy about that. There is a sign that says York are rucking useless. Very clever wordplay. But we've had some boos. We've had some boos for that. But the score, as it currently stands, we're on 7-5 to York. Yeah, so we're just resetting now. I believe York are going for a conversion now. So we're lining up. York player lining up to kick the ball. There's some oohs from the crowd. The whistle on the football's going, but she's kicked the ball and it's not gone through. So it's not a conversion for York. So Lancaster still ahead 7-5. But a great effort still from York to even get that try, because Lancaster put in quite the fight to stop them getting it. So we're all running back onto the pitch now. Lancaster running back onto the pitch. York now re-entering, and we're going to restart gameplay very, very shortly. Still lots of enthusiasm, lots of energy from the crowd as we continue this game. 7-5 to Lancaster. I don't know how far into the game we are. Do you know how far into the game we are? About 20 minutes. And we've seen some great scores on both sides. York now have possession of the ball, but tackle from Lancaster. York not letting them have it in this ruck. York win possession. York keep possession. Another tackle from Lancaster there. Not as impressive. Kind of looked like they just fell over. But I believe we're going to have another scrum to restart gameplay. Lots of cheers from the crowd. Very exciting. And it is very exciting because it is all still to play for in Roses 2024. Every point is going to count. And this game is worth 2 points in the tournament overall. So it could make or break everything. So the scrum now, Lancaster to put in. They're just getting ready. Just getting ready there. And they're ready. Lancaster putting in just now. They're going back and forth, and Lancaster have possession. Lancaster running up the pitch, trying to answer back to York's try just now, getting very close, pushing through the York line, taken down, and Lancaster keep possession, trying to push through. Got some forwards trying to push through the York line. York have taken them down, but Lancaster maintaining possession for now. Oh, we had a pass to Lancaster, but missed, and York have just tackled them once more. Getting in a bit of a back and forth at the top of the pitch now. But we're back on Lancaster's side. Lancaster trying to answer, obviously, to York's try. They just scored, but we're still on 7-5 because York missed their conversion. So Lancaster's still in the lead, but not by much. Anyone's game. Going to scrum now. Once again. Just waiting for gameplay to restart. And it's York to put in. York put in now. There's a chant going on right now. Can't quite hear it was. York have possession. Great tackle from Lancaster, but York clinging onto that ball with everything they have. You can see some great defence from both sides in these rucks. Now York trying to push through Lancaster, but Lancaster have taken them down. York maintaining possession, though. We're currently in the middle of the pitch. Both sides fighting to pull ahead. Sitting on 5-7 now to Lancaster. Now we're chasing the ball up the pitch. Lancaster have possession, I think. Yep, Lancaster have possession. Pushing it back up the pitch now. Have won that back. Chasing back up the pitch now. York very nearly taking it off them. York have taken it off them. It's York possession now. They're running back up the pitch. There's lots cheering from the crowd, but great tackle from Lancaster has stopped York in their tracks. Trying to level out the score a little bit at the women's seconds today. York once again taken down by Lancaster, but have maintained possession. Again, they're very, very good at that in these rucks. But York have been tackled again, but they are trying every which way to get this ball past the middle line of the pitch and up to the try line again. They want to win. And they're still holding on to possession now. Trying to push through the Lancaster lines. Lancaster tackle. And the ref has blown the whistle. I think we're going to restart play. They're getting ready to form the scrum. And I believe, yep, Lancaster to put in. So they're just resetting now. Let's see if I can see. Setting up. Yep, Lancaster put in. Lancaster have possession. Lancaster nearly lost possession. Lancaster, great tackle from number 10 from York. Lancaster on the ground, but have won in the ruck there. Holding on to possession. Now we are in a bit of a back and forth, really, because both teams are getting possession, getting tackled, maintaining possession, and then it kind of swaps. But York nearly got possession there, but the ball just rolled out of the pitch. So we're going to have a line out now. The ball out of play. And I believe, I'm going to try and predict here, I think it's Lancaster to line out. Yep. So they're just setting up now. Lancaster to line out. More fans appearing on the side of the pitch as the game heats up. And Lancaster line out. Lancaster have possession. York have taken possession. Lancaster don't want them to. We've had a tackle from Lancaster very quickly. But York have won possession there. York pushing through. York very narrowly avoiding a tackle there. Really avoiding We've had about 5 people try and take number 8 from York down, and they've just managed to do it, but put in a fair fight until now. York maintaining possession. Great tackle from Lancaster. Number 3 down. The whistle's been blown. I think ball's been given to York. Maybe not so great tackle. Ball in York possession. I think they're going to chase up the pitch. York kick the ball out into the crowd. The ball is in the crowd. I don't know if that was intentional. But we're going to have a line in now. Line out now from York. Got the York player ready to throw the ball in. And Lancaster have just blocked York there and gained possession. But York immediately snatched it off the ground because Lancaster dropped it. But Lancaster have tackled York now. York on the ground. Not giving up this ball. Not so easy. Great defence from York in these rucks we've been seeing today. York pushing through some Lancaster defence now. They're really maintaining in the middle of the pitch. They're all kind of hanging around the middle of the pitch now, but York is trying to push ahead. York pushing themselves, has been tackled by Lancaster, but did make quite the push forward towards their try line. We're still sitting on 7-5 to Lancaster, thanks to their conversion right at the start of the game. But York pushing ahead. I think they've been tackled now. York have possession. York taking the ball up the pitch. Running around these Lancaster players. Had a tackle. York are on the ground. York still have possession though. And I feel like York have had a lot of the possession in this game. They just can't quite get it to the finish line. But there's still time. Still plenty of time. So the whistle's been blown. And we're going to restart gameplay now. Another scrum. They're getting ready to go again. And this is going to be a Lancaster put in. So just setting up now. Lancaster to put in as the scrum begins. And Lancaster, one possession there. Chasing up the pitch. York running after it with everything they have. York have taken possession. Immediately been tackled by number 20 from Lancaster. But have maintained possession. The whistle's been blown. Ref coming in. And I think we're going to go again very shortly. Oh, actually, there might be an injury. I'm not fully sure. People are running onto the pitch holding buckets of water. Is this like a halftime? Maybe a physio. Unsure. Yeah, physio. And subs. Yeah. So the ref's blown the whistle and we've had some members of their teams run on the pitch with water. Let's just give us a second. Got to replenish. But it's been a great game so far. Both teams putting up a big fight. But we've not seen any further tries. They've got one in each. Lancaster just managed to get that conversion to push them ahead to 7-5. Still, could be anyone's game. Anyone's game. We're still just having a break now. Lots of cheering from the crowd still. Lots of support. We've got some red pom-poms. Various signs. Lots and lots of support. And the scores so far overall in the tournament, I believe York has won some more points. So York are now on 58 after a squash win. Lancaster on 83. So Lancaster still very much ahead in the overall tournament. They're having a little huddle now before play starts up again. Must be feeling quite confident with their lead, both in the tournament and in this match. Some very passionate fans in the crowd for Lancaster. I think we're just setting up again. Lancaster, at least, setting up to go again. York in a huddle. We've got some Yorks coming out from the crowd. And it's great to see so many people from York come across the Pennines to support their uni at an away game. And I believe we're going to start again very shortly. Both players, both teams scurrying back up on the pitch now. We're going to enter a scrum again to start gameplay. So they're just getting ready now. Yep, and we're going to go again. It's going to be York to throw in, York to put in. York's put in. And York have possession, pushing back up the pitch. York have fallen. We've had some roses of red shouts from the crowd as York fall to the ground, but York keep possession. Again, we're fighting in the middle. Neither team can quite push it past this middle section of the pitch. But York are really, really trying. So now York in possession, been tackled by Lancaster, but are holding on to possession. York with possession now, tackled by Lancaster. And York still with possession, pushing through this crowd.
Okay, so spare batteries, but what's the equipment? Oh, this one's fine. Oh yeah, my was yours.
And the whistle's been blown. Believe there may be an injury. So we'll just bear with on the pitch.
That sounds right.
Just bear with.
Energy levels wise? Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Jude's going well. Good.
We're just having a short break here. I believe there's been an injury on the Lancaster side.
Good luck.
So we're still just in this break now. Now I believe there is a player leaving the pitch, injured, but lots and lots of cheers from the crowd in support. We've got another player coming in to sub on. Can't quite see her number. Number 19 now on the pitch, and we're going to restart. Score still 7-5 to Lancaster.
Jazz, did you get the new team show?
I'll try find it.
Yeah. Sorry, Dave. So.
Oh, are you in the And we're getting ready to go again. Players now preparing to scrum. It was a great sign I saw earlier that described one of the players as scrummy. I just thought it was funny. And they're getting ready to go again. It is a York put-in. Just getting ready to go after a brief pause. And York put in. York put in. And York have one possession there. Running it back at the pitch. Tackled by Lancaster. Still trying to push past these Lancaster players. Can't quite get it that far. Ugh. Lancaster desperately trying to win possession, but York just won't let them have it. And Lancaster now pushing York back with everything they can. Lancaster now have possession number 8, trying to push it up the pitch, but has been tackled by York. Trying to see who wins possession. Lancaster has maintained possession there, pass to number 12, pass back to number 10. 10 has been taken down by York. 14 now picking up the ball. Been tackled by number 14 there from York. Quite a harsh tackle as well. Looks like it hurt. Ref did blow the whistle. So that was Lancaster was in position. Tackled by York. And we're now running back to scrum on the other side of the pitch. Something must have happened. So we're getting ready to go again. Still on 5-7 to Lancaster. Neither team have gotten as close to the try line as they were in the early moments of this game. Both now sitting quite comfortably in the middle. Well, not comfortably, they're both fighting for their life. But we haven't quite seen that tension that we saw earlier on in the game. Maybe it'll come back now. Lancaster put in. And Lancaster have won possession of the ball there. Tried to chase it up the pitch, but blocked by number 7 from York. Lancaster clinging on to possession. Ref has blown the whistle. And has awarded possession back to York. So we're going to scrum again with a York put in. York to put in very shortly. We've had another sub from Lancaster. Number 14 has come off in place of number 21. So 14 off, 21 on for Lancaster. Had a couple subs so far. And the scrum has begun. And York just winning possession there. Lancaster really tried to snatch it off them. Pushing through again. Number 8 from York putting in a fight, but it's been tackled by Lancaster. Desperate to get it back up to this try line. York tackled once again. York missed a catch there. Nearly giving possession away from Lancaster, but York are clinging on to it with everything they have. But Lancaster have won that ruck. Whistle has been blown. I'm going to scrum again. I'm going to go again. This is, I believe, I'm going again. I think that was a Lancaster put in. And no one won that one. Whistle's been blown. They've just paused. Unsure what happened there. I think we're just going to try again. Just a lot of waiting on the pitch now. I'm going to go again. They're getting ready. I think this is a Lancaster put in. Just try again. Don't know what quite happened to the first one. Lancaster have put in. They're pushing back and forth. York really pushing Lancaster back. York have won possession. York have got the ball. Running out of the pitch. Great tackle. Nearly. Lancaster tries to tackle. Number 19, number 13 push through. Avoided everything until just now. Finally got taken down, but avoided a good few attempts. Very impressive from number 19. And York clinging to possession still. Ref has blown the whistle and awarded it back to Lancaster. Yep, Lancaster in possession now to put in. Just getting ready to scrum. Still lots of enthusiasm from the crowd. Still waiting to see a team reach this try line. They did it quite quickly at the start of this match. Score still sits at 7-5 to Lancaster. And Lancaster have put in. Lancaster have possession. Chasing up the pitch now. Straight into a York player's hands nearly, but she missed. Number 15, chasing after the ball. We're starting again. Ref's blowing the whistle. And we're going to scrum again. And we're currently playing right up next to York's try line. We've moved quite far from the middle now. See if they can push past Lancaster. So we're going in to scrum. I think this is a York put in. Yep. Number 9. From York. And it's been put in. Lancaster pushing. York back. York have broken through. York have the ball. Great tackle from Lancaster nearly, but York have managed to push through. Lancaster have taken York just before the try line. Great tackle. Couldn't quite see the number. York getting oh so close. And we've been here before. We've seen this film before. They are inches from the line, but Lancaster will not let York stand. York pushing across the line. Haven't quite seen a touch yet. She's desperately trying to, but the referee has blown the whistle. Very nearly. Again, inches from York's line, but Lancaster now have possession. They have chased it up the pitch. Number 13 from York running after it, but number 13 from Lancaster has taken it. 13 on 13. 13 have tackled. 13 from York has just tackled. 13 from Lancaster. And it's been met with a lot of booing from the crowd. Ref has blown the whistle. A lot of booing from the crowd. You can tell it's a home crowd. Unhappy there with the tackle from 13 on 13. Not best pleased. Very red crowd. But I believe we're going to go again. York so close. And I mean it when I say inches. Oh, it's a yellow card. It's a yellow card. That was yellow, wasn't it? Yep. Yellow card to York. Number 13. Yep. She's run off the pitch now. Clearly very intense. You could tell how much the crowd are into it by how much they were booing. And Lancaster chase up the pitch. They've kicked it. York have taken it. Number 21, great tackle Lancaster there onto York, but York are clinging onto the ball. York refusing to let Lancaster have this. York desperately trying to push through. Inches away from the outline and the ball is out of play. Lots of cheers from Lancaster. Number 7 just couldn't quite get it past the Lancaster team. And we're going to go again. We're going to restart play. Or are we? This is half time. Never mind. I was wondering. Yeah. Whatever. Okay, so we'll be back after half time. Currently, the score sits 7-5 to Lancaster, but very, very close. York there at the end to another try, but not quite. Hello, and we're back. So we're back for the second half of the women's twos rugby here at Rose's 2024 just before we left for half-time, the scores were Lancaster 7 to York 5. Both teams scored a try quite early on in the match, but Lancaster just got that conversion that pushed them up to 7. And we did have a yellow card as well in the first half to York. That was for number 13, I think, for York, who is Emily Vard, I believe. And we're going to restart now. York chase the ball up the pitch. Lancaster have possession. Oh, we've paused. We've paused quite quickly. I believe there's been a foul. We're going to scrum very quickly into the start here. All the fans have come back to the pitch side now. There's plenty here showing their support. A lot of red to be expected from a Lancaster Roses. We're going to scrum now. And I believe getting ready to scrum. Can't quite see who it is to put in. It's York to put in. York have put in. And they're scrumming rough. Lancaster pushing through York there. York taking the ball away. Number 8 running up the pitch with the ball nearly taken down by Lancaster. Has been taken down by Lancaster. Did put up a fight. And York still in possession. Great tackle from Lancaster. A great attempt at tackle. York is now down. And York have won that ruck. Number 3 now running up the pitch. Or trying to, but being stopped by Lancaster. York still holding on to possession. And we saw this in the first half of York clinging to possession, but just can't quite break through that Lancaster line. Number 15 now taking number 12 from York down. York again clinging on to the ball in the ruck. Number 1, I think that is, from York. And we saw this again in the first half of York inching towards that try line, but can't quite get it through the line. Will they now? Number 8 is definitely making an effort to, but Lancaster just won't let her. In the ruck now, York have won the ruck once again. York still pushing up towards their try line. Another tackle from Lancaster. It's very stop and start with these tackles, but York refusing to let the ball fall into Lancaster's possession. Again, winning the ball. Number 4 passing to number 12, passing to number 15. Number 15 putting in the effort to get it to the try line, but has been taken down. And York keeping possession once again. Then number 9, I think now, pushing forward. It's all happening at the other end of the pitch now. York desperate to get another try and bring their score up. Lancaster again, still in the lead at 7-5. Trying to follow up Lancaster men's 3s victory just before this game, where they beat York 3s. And maintain their lead overall in Roses 2024. As it stands, Lancaster are in the lead. It's something like 83-51, but I'd have to check. We've just paused briefly. Ball might have gone out of play. And just getting ready to start again. We're going to line out. Lancaster to throw. No, is it Lancaster throwing it? It is Lancaster. Line out from Lancaster. Lancaster maintaining possession, kicking out the pitch with chasing. There is number 15 from York desperately chasing after the ball. Has one possession, running, dodging these Lancaster players quite impressively, but has been finally stopped. Did get through a large chunk of them though. Ooh, tackle from Lancaster there. York maintaining possession. York still trying to get at the pitch. Tackle from Lancaster. But York, I believe, have maintained possession, but the whistle has been blown. So that might be a foul to number, or not. We're going to just keep going. Yep, York have possession. Nearing their line. Been tackled now. Ball might be out of play. Yep, ball went out of play there, so we're going to have another line out from Lancaster now. Right up, right near York's try line. So York are desperate to bring the score back up. from 7-5 to Lancaster. Put themselves ahead, but just can't quite break through that final line of Lancaster defence. We're going to line out now. Lancaster getting ready. And Lancaster. Ball is in, line out, number 7 catching. Lancaster in possession. We're going to chase that ball back up the pitch towards the Lancaster line, but number 15 again from York. Desperately trying to catch it, but just missed. Ball on the floor. Just slipped through her hands. She is quick, though. And we're going to scrum again, so foul. Number 15 is Isabella Keane. Very quick player. But we're going to scrum now. You ready? It was a Lancaster tap in, put in. In the scrum now, Lancaster have one possession. Have dropped the ball out of the pitch. Gonna have to have another line out now. I believe from York. Yeah, York to line out. You hear the horns in the background. It's because the football next to me is just finished. Not sure who won. Just ready for play to start again after the ball went out. It's going to be a scrum in the middle of the pitch here. So York put in, Lancaster put in. Sorry. And it's just ready to go now. Lots of horns to the side of the pitch. I'm ready to go. We're nearly ready to go. And Lancaster put in. And Lancaster have one possession there. Chase the ball at the pitch. York intercepting there. Grabbing it. Number 13, I think. Lovely tackle from Lancaster. Whistle has been blown. We're just taking a pause. There's a player down. No tries in the second half just yet. First half, we got 2 tries very, very quickly. Very quickly. It was very intense. We had one from Lancaster, followed by a conversion, and one from York. And neither team have managed to answer back yet. York do keep getting spectacularly close to this line, though. Just can't quite get it through, but we are just pausing briefly for some physio, I believe, from York. Just a quick pause. Lots of fans still on the side whilst we wait. We've got a drum now, I think. There's emerged, and a really cute dog. He's hanging out with some York Centurions, who I believe lost their match yesterday. Currently still Lancaster 7, York 5, here at the women's seconds. But it's only day 2 of Roses, but there has been score updates. Lancaster now overall for Roses on 110 against York 66. Lancaster won the swimming and the table tennis. And of course, the men's thirds rugby union. Lancaster pulling ahead 110 to York 66, and they only need 172.5 to win the whole tournament. Could it be over today? I don't know the maths. But I believe this time last year we were in a very similar position. And Lancaster obviously took the 2023 throne on York's campus last year. Now the player is back in play. She's here. She's continuing play. Brief pause there. But they're setting up once again to scrum. And they're ready. It's going to be a Lancaster put in. Obviously, number 9. No? Yep, number 9 putting in for Lancaster. That is Hannah Shreves, the scrum half. It's been put in. Lancaster have possession. She is running up the pitch. Lovely pass back there. Lancaster getting very close to this line, but lovely tackle from York, stopping them in their tracks. Lancaster still have possession, but York will not let them through. Closer to the line than we have been recently, though. Number 3 now for Lancaster, really pushing through these York players to get it up closer to that line. No, in the ruck, Lancaster have just managed to maintain possession there, but York did put up quite the fight. The whistle's been blown. It's been a foul, and we're going to scrum. Lots of energy now. Because we're reaching this try line, the crowd have been picking up with their horn and their drums. Getting ready to scrum once again. I think we've had we're off. And that's York have possession now, passing to number 14 for York. She's kicked it up the pitch, chasing it up the pitch. Number 17 helping Lancaster there to take possession. Number 10 clinging onto the ball for dear life while York try and take her down. Lancaster narrowly avoiding these tackles from York very impressively, but the ball is out of play on the side. But Lancaster put in quite the fight, avoided about 3 tackles there. Not letting York take this off them, nearing ever closer to the try line, but that was unfortunately out. So we're going to have a line out now from York. Getting ready to go again, and we're up near Lancaster's line. Lancaster trying to pull ahead in this game, just like they are in the Roses tournament. Just getting ready now for a line out. York possession, but we've blown the whistle. Got a Lancaster player trying to have a conversation with the ref. Not quite sure about what. But we've paused. Pausing briefly. We're having a sub for Lancaster. Got a new player on the pitch. And we're going to continue the line out. We're going to start again. With York lining out. York narrowly missing there, but York still maintaining position. Number 18 grabbing it. Number 9 trying to tackle York there. York pushing through. Had a tackle from Lancaster, but York have maintained position. Number 14, number 12, number 13, number 10 clinging on to number 14's leg. Not letting them have it. And York have maintained possession. Again, York have been great at that this game, despite being down 2 points. It's just that sneaky conversion that Lancaster got at the start of this game that has put them ahead. But the players have been playing quite equally the rest of the match. Now it is now in Lancaster's possession. Number 10 chasing it up the pitch, passing back now. Great tackle from York, taking down number 20 from Lancaster. Lancaster number 8 just been tackled. Couldn't quite get through that York line, but Lancaster still very much in possession, very much in the lead of this game and the tournament. Number 3 with the ball right now, but a foul has just been awarded. We're going to scrum. Number 3. We're going to scrum. I think we've had some swap outs. Number 17, number 22 for Lancaster have just come off. That is Ellie Speakman, who's the vice captain. Number 17 for Lancaster just switched off the pitch there. And we're going to scrum. It's a York put in. York put in. Whistle's been blown immediately. I think we're going to have to do that one again. One of the York players tying the shoelace, very important. Don't want to be tripping. And they're ready to go. York put in again. And we're just giving it a go again. And York put in. Lancaster and York pushing against each other, but York have one possession. Number 4 passing to number 12 to number 13, pushing up the pitch. Narrowly missing a lot of attempts to tackle from Lancaster, getting it about halfway up the pitch before Lancaster have tackled them. But York have maintained possession. York maintaining possession now after 2 great tackles from Lancaster. Another one now, again winning these rucks, not letting Lancaster take the ball off them. Number 14 now for York, passing back to number 12 and to number 15. Just missing the catch there, but 15, she's very quick. And they've won the ruck again. But ref has blown the whistle. Ref has blown the whistle, and we're going to scrum again, which I believe might be Lancaster to put in. They're getting ready to go again. It was a good run. Got the crowd very, very hyped up. Yeah, Lancaster to put in now. And we're about halfway on the pitch. Near the Lancaster try line. Lancaster put in. Lancaster, York really pushing to get this ball, but Lancaster have one possession. Tackled immediately by York. York now in possession. Number 11 pushing up the pitch, avoiding Lancaster players, has been tackled. We've got some York supporters now cheering. Let's go York as number 5 takes the ball and tries desperately to push it past, but number 2 from Lancaster will not let her through. Number 3 from Lancaster now again putting in some great defence. Got another ruck now. York have won that possession, but the ref has blown the whistle. Another foul. Another scrum. But no tries. Still no tries in this half of the game. Hammer off. Now, just trying to see. York in possession, number 4. Passing to number 11. 11's been tackled right on the edge of the pitch. Narrowly avoiding the ball being out. The ball is still in play. Great tackle there from Lancaster. I believe that's number 3. York desperately trying to push it back up the pitch, and Lancaster just won't let them pass. I mean, in the first half of this game, York had the ball pretty much on the try line for a good chunk of that first half, and now they can't seem to get it anywhere near that half of the pitch. We'll see what they do for the rest of this half, though. They're only 2 points away from Lancaster currently, so they could still very much bring it back. 1 try. We've had a line out, I think. Ball not quite in play. Ball out of play currently. And we're going to have a line out. We're going to throw in from York now. York getting ready to pass the ball back in game. Another line out. Right down near York's try line. York, of course, desperately wanting another try. Both have missed the ball now. It's just slipped through Lancaster's hands. I think York is now on top of it. York now in possession. Taken out by Lancaster, desperately trying to get it past them to this try line. They're very, very close to it. Lancaster refusing to let them even run a little bit, but the ref has blown the whistle. Just waiting to see what happens now. Just paused briefly. Ref is chatting to some of the players. Yellow card for a Lancaster player. That is Lancaster. Lancaster. I want to say number 3. If that is Lancaster number 3, that is Amelie Pardo. Yellow card. But I couldn't see the back of her shirt. No, it's Lancaster number 1. Just good. Yellow card. We've had 2 yellow cards now, 1 for each team and 1 try for each team. So it's very much equal, except for that sneaky conversion that Lancaster got right at the start of the game, pushing them ahead to 7-5. So we're still Lancaster's game. And the ball is out of play. Getting thrown into the crowd there on the other side. I believe that's York supporters down there. Becoming quite vocal. I'm going to have another line out. And this is York to throw in now. And Lancaster haven't got it. York have got it. But can't quite get it past. The ball's been stuck in this corner of the pitch for a little while. Neither team can quite push the other ones out. Ref is now involved again. We're going to scrum. We have another scrum. Again, we're stuck down this end of the pitch still. Not a try from either side in this half still. But a lovely yellow card for Lancaster number 1. So they're just moving now, preparing to scrum. Just having a look. They're just getting ready to go. Starting to spit a little bit with rain on the pitch. It's very cold. I'm in 2 jumpers. Hasn't deterred the supporters though. There's still lots of people around the pitch, all sides, here to support the Women's 2 Rugby Union match. We've had a swap for Lancaster. I think number 22 has now been swapped on. And we're getting ready to scrum now after 22 has entered for Lancaster. Gonna scrum now. I believe it's York to put in. And York put in. And Lancaster push York back, but York have possession. Number 9 trying to slip through. Number 9 has been tackled. Lots of cheering from the crowd. York still in possession though, again, really great at winning these rucks, but number 3 there was trying to push through and has been tackled. Still in possession. Was that a try? And that's a try for York. A try for York they've been trying to get for so long. They have been so great at keeping possession, keeping the ball near their end. They just haven't been able to slip through that last line of Lancaster defence, but they have finally done it, which means the score now, we're at 10-7, so York have just pulled ahead. And I bet they're pleased. They look pleased. Lancaster don't look so pleased. Still, not a massive lead, but they are now in the lead. It's a try we've been waiting for this entire half. We finally got it. Couldn't quite see who made it from York, but it was exciting nonetheless. We're going to go for a conversion now from York. Just lining up, getting ready to go. And she's kicked it. And it's not gone through. So it's just 5 points for York. But at 5 points, they are very excited to see nonetheless. 10-7 to York at the women's 2s. And York really want this because the men 3s they won for Lancaster just before this match. And overall in the game, Lancaster are pulling quite far ahead from York in Rosa 2024. So York want every point they can get. This match worth 2 points in the overall tournament. We're now getting ready to Play again. No, York in possession. Number 5 just been tackled by Lancaster. York clinging onto the ball, have maintained possession again. Number 11 now running up the pitch. Missing a tackle there. Pushing through Lancaster, but has now been taken down. Sense a new energy in the York team after that try. They want this. And Lancaster don't want them to have it. And play, I think York still clinging to possession as it stands with pass to number 16. Number 16 pushing through Lancaster. Number 2 has tackled her. York still in possession though to number 12, to number 13, to number 15, who has been tackled, but she is clinging on. York have won. No, York have not won. Whistle blew. Knocked on. So I think we're going to scrum now. Yeah. I believe it's a Lancaster put in. Lancaster's put in now. Who are probably desperate to get another try. I'm ready to go. Cheers behind me from the football. There's a lot going on today out here at the Sports Centre at Lancaster. And Lancaster put in. Pushing back and forth. Lancaster have possession now. Bringing it back up the pitch. Struggling to get it past York. Been tackled by York. And that is whistle blown. Whistle blown there. Big cheer from the crowd over there. I believe it's the York supporters down there. We're very happy about whatever just happened. Oh, ball's been kicked into the stand at the side, into some trees, and by the looks of it, into a road. So we've got someone on the side who's just run into the trees to go grab the ball and bring it back. One of the York players is skipping across the pitch. Very happy. Must be very happy. They're now in the lead 10-7 after another excellent try in the second half. The only try of the second half so far at the women's twos match. We've retrieved the ball from the trees. We're going to go again. We've got a line out. York to throw in. Lancaster nearly grabbed it, but York grabbing it off them. I'm not unsure who got possession there. We stopped play. Briefly, a lot of cheering from Lancaster. There's been a foul. We're going to scrum. Another scrum now. Again, in the middle of the pitch. And they're ready to go. Again, this game is worth 2 points in the overall table. Lancaster put in. Lancaster grabbing hold of the possession. York desperate to not let them through. Lancaster have one possession though, but again been taken down very quickly by number 9 from York. Still clinging onto that ball. Number 13, she is not letting go. She is not letting go. Lancaster have won that ruck. The crowd is very excited. Can't quite see, but Lancaster again. And the ref has blown the whistle. Lots of cheers from the crowd. Been a foul. We're going to scrum. No, we're not. We're not going to do that. We're going to kick. And I believe the ball is out. Someone's got an interesting horn. So we're up near the Lancaster line now. Just waiting to begin play. again. We're having a line out from this corner. And the Lancaster line. Whistle blown immediately.
I tried. I got here.
It was offsides. We've got a penalty to Lancaster. Ooh, lots of excitement from the Lancaster crowd, as I'm sure you can imagine. She's running. She's taken it. It's a try for Lancaster. That is now 12-10 to Lancaster. There's a lot of excitement on the pitch side for that. Great penalty from Lancaster. The team are very excited. York less excited. Now picking up in the second half of the second half. The first half of the second half. Saying half a lot. Didn't see much action, but now they want it. We're just pausing briefly. Now on 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12-10 to Lancaster. Lancaster setting up now for what is something. Conversion, yep. Could they make this 14-10? We're about to find out. Bet they'll be very excited. If they can, and they can't. They can? Can they? Did they? They can't. No. They're very excited about it nonetheless. 12-10 though. Still very close. You can tell it's picking up. And Lancaster, no, York start. Lancaster in possession now. Dodging. Number 20 has now taken down number 10 from Lancaster. But Lancaster have won that ruck. Maintaining possession. Number 13 there. Passing the ball along. Number 8 now on the floor. Refusing to give this ball up to York. Desperate to maintain that lead. They now have number 50 from York now in possession. She is fast. She is running. She is dodging through these Lancaster players very well. She's managed to avoid quite a lot, but she has now been taken down. In this ruck here now. York, I believe, still in possession. Yes. Pass to number 1 from York has been taken down by number 11 from Lancaster. But again, we know York have been very good in these rucks at maintaining possession. York on the ground again, but still in possession. Very, very antsy to get this ball back up to the try line and not let Lancaster have it. Past number 20 from York now. She's been tackled out of play. Tackled over the line. So we're going to have a line out now. There's a lot of tension now. It's still close, and it's been close the whole game. We were on 5-7 for quite a while. But it's been alternating. Lancaster, York, Lancaster. York are desperate to keep that trend going and put the game back in their favour. But we're going to line out now. Lancaster throwing in. Lancaster in possession. But the ref has paused it. Paused. Some people at the crowd got very excited. But I think we're going again. We're going to scrum. And it's going to be a York put in. Now. York trailing behind Lancaster, only just 10-12. York putting in now. They're pushing back. York winning possession there. Number 9. Passing to number 14, passing to number 12, passing to number 13. Lancaster haven't quite caught up to them yet. Lancaster now have caught up to them yet, but 13 is not going down. She refuses to go down. She is now down. She's put up quite a fight. York still very much in possession, though. Trying to get around Lancaster, but having to kind of go horizontally because they can't go through. Pushing them right to the other end of the pitch now. To the other side. York still in possession. Edging slightly closer to the try line. Number 16 now for York. Still in possession, refusing to be tackled. Pushing through. Hasn't quite made it through. Lancaster don't want them to have it. Number 14 now to number 12. To number 13. Trying to dodge around the Lancaster players. But number 20 from Lancaster has now taken it down. But York, again, very good at winning these rucks. York have won that ruck. Number 14 now passing to number 20. Slipping through some Lancaster players. Has been tackled. York still in possession. Desperately trying to get through these Lancaster players. And level out the score a bit. The whistle has been blown. Lots of cheers from Lancaster side. It's very intense here at the women's twos. York kicking out. Ball's been kicked into the crowd. I'm going to have a line out. Ball to come back into play. Going to be passed in by Lancaster. The York fans starting a little chant. Lancaster answering with their own, drowning each other out. Having their own little fight in the backdrop of this match. We've had a line out. Lancaster just missed catching it there. Immediately into a tackle. And Lancaster in possession. Lancaster dodging past some York players, but York have taken down number 5, I think, from York. York now back in possession, number 17. Desperately trying to get past Lancaster, not letting them through. Lancaster's... believe York are still in possession. But it's very stop-start. Because Lancaster do everything they can to stop York getting anywhere close to that line. We've had a sub for Lancaster. Number 3 is off. Quick substitute, and we're going to scrum. This is a Lancaster put in. Right in the centre of the pitch. And Lancaster put in. York pushing them forward. York winning possession there. Back to number 12 for York. Dodging through some Lancaster players. Can't quite get through. Again, Lancaster very on it. But York very good at winning these rucks once again. Maintaining possession. Number 17 now. Taken down by number 1 from Lancaster. But York clinging to possession still. Lots of cheers from the crowd now. Passing to number 18 to number 16. Number 8 from Lancaster taking number 16 from York down. The wind is picking up. Lots of cheering from the crowd now. Very excited. We are sticking in the middle. The football from the game next to us just passed over. York still in possession. Desperate now to not let this slip away. It is so close. 12-10. Lancaster now in possession. Number 17 clinging on to that now. She's been tackled by York, but she's not giving it away. Lancaster still in possession. Couldn't quite get it past number 5 from York. But Lancaster now have a good hold on the ball. Lancaster making a push. Number 12 from York. Great tackle from number 12 from York, pushing Lancaster back. But Lancaster is still in possession. Lancaster winning that ruck again. Passing up number 15 from York. Trying to catch the ball. She is dodging through some Lancaster players. She has now been tackled. She is very fast. And we're going to tackle now. York in possession, number 16. Has been tackled. But York still in possession, number 9. Got a hold of it to number 14. Number 14 narrowly misses a tackle. Then gets tackled. There was too many of them. Pass number 8 for York. Trying to get past number 19 from Lancaster. Number 19 won't let her pass. She's down. But York still in possession, number 9. Passing to number 14 to number 13. Been tackled by number 1 from Lancaster. Just won't let him pass. York still in possession, 15. Making a run for it. Has been tackled. They can't get past this middle line. It is just back and forth in the middle of the pitch right now. Neither team want the other one to score anymore, but the ref has blown the whistle now. Just waiting to see what happens. I believe we're having some physio on the pitch. Very quickly. Been a very intense period of gameplay. That's just before this, so it has been a bit of a red wash over here. Whilst I've been here. But still all to play for. We're going to enter another scrum now in the middle of the pitch. It's going to be a York put in. And York have put in. Pushing Lancaster back. York have 1 possession. Passing number 14. York, number 13. Desperate not to be taken down. Really putting up a fight, but has now been taken down. York clinging to possession, though. Number 14 to number 15. Number 15 tackle, but not before she'd passed number 20. York not letting this go. Clinging onto that ball like their life depends on it. Number 2 now trying to race around. Lancaster has been taken down and the ball has landed out of play. Only just. And I believe that's time. That's the game and that's another win for Lancaster. Players are running off the pitch. What a close game though. 12-10. We've got another red flare on the pitch. Lots and lots of excitement, lots of cheering. Now we had chance at the end of the men's thirds that it was a red wash for rugby. I don't know who won the women's. Well, the women's thirds was a draw. So not quite a red wash, but so far that is the women's twos rugby 12-10 to Lancaster. And this match was worth 2 points. So that's going to put Lancaster 112 overall to York's 68, I believe. So Lancaster have added another 2 points to their overall score. Very, very happy about it. We had fans run in from the side. All very excited about it. But what a match. Both teams put in a lot of fight. And obviously it didn't go the way that York wanted it to. But they've got to be proud of that performance. They did everything they could. It just wasn't quite enough. If they'd just got one of those conversions on one of their tries, maybe it would have been a different story. But now we've got one of the Lancaster players running around the pitch with a red flare, covering the pitch in red smoke. Okay. We've got players hugging with the flares, washing the pitch in red. Great win, Lancaster 12-10, and we're going to be back in a couple of minutes with an interview.
Oh, okay. You try it, Scott. I don't think I can tell that she has to be honest. Yeah, similar. No problem.
Not pulled any of your wires out, because it did.
Cool. See, you can just like see that he's exchanged. That's legal. Oh my god. It was everyone's just like shell. I just look at it like you can't make it, they got station. It's like you see me. It's like oh god, that's so not here. That's everyone's doing great. Really great still. It shows more that. Let's try and play. Cheers. I need to be fair. Between my masters. Yeah. So, it's the same. I recommend it to be. It's the same. How cool was the bit? It's the thing. It's the dance to me. They can really look at that. But you look like it's okay. Oh, no. Sorry. You would really play on such things. It's funny. She's back up there. I'm going back to Skinny in a minute. Yeah. I think that's something I want. I just. My God, what the fuck?
Crossfire. Who's that Charlie? What do we get? Just straight up person. You had some great hands. We have no choice. He's so sad. We like doing that. We are. Actually, we are the for when the best something in the last.
Oh yeah, the road is one. At the very least.
I just
You can hold the rest. Okay.
Clear this. Clear. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, trying to get that. Oh yeah.
Wait, how come he's something?
Yeah, I'll still kind of pop.
Yeah, they be slightly more. I really
Oh my god.
Who needs dinner?
Hey. Like that. Sunday will worry. Yeah, feels like truth.
But that's coming on next Sunday.